This is JoyNews Prime with me, Carlos Caloni. Our headlines this are: no jobs, no source of income, and retirement benefits hanging. That is the current state of over 120 former MMDCEs who petitioned the presidential transition team demanding payment of over 9 million cedis arrears of end-of-service benefits since 2020.
134, but unfortunately 6 died. Currently, we are not employed, and those who ask for clearance to be integrated back into the teaching service to also could not have this opportunity.
So you have all gone on early retirement, so to speak.
Exactly.
And Vice Chancellor's Ghana demand urgent dialogue to address what it says is the looming disruption to tertiary education calendar following delays in the release of the 2024 WASSCE result.
If the results are not released on time, it means that the admission process itself will also delay. The admission process doesn't take a day or two to do. Granted that they will have the data and everything.
And later, spokesperson for former President John Agyekum Kufuor, a New Patriotic Party stalwart, Frank Agyekum, says President Akufo-Addo is partly to blame for the party's loss in the 2024 general elections.
Certainly, the buck always stops with the leader. I mean, you can't get away from that. When it's good, you take it, and when it's bad, you have to take it. So certainly, it stops with him.
We have prime business.
Research projects inflation to end 2025 within the range of 10 to 15%.
And in sports, Bayer Leverkusen star Jeremy Frimpong donates to Osu Children's Home here in Ghana. JoyNews is your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Thanks for choosing us. Stay for details. No jobs, no source of income, and retirement benefits still hanging. That is the current state of metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives who served under the government first term. The over 120 former MMDCs who served between 2016 and 2020 say they are yet to receive their full end-of-year service benefits after retiring from office 4 years ago. Now, the convener of the group and former DC for Akachi South, Leo Nelson Ajidoga, explained the current state of their members, appealing to the incoming government to intervene.
When the transition team was inaugurated, we wrote to the team reminding the government about the outstanding benefit and also drawing the attention of the new government to the existence of this outstanding end-of-service benefit. So far, we have not heard anything from the team.
How many former MMDCs are we talking about?
Well, 134, but unfortunately 6 died, leaving one.
What's the current state of you, the former MMDCs now?
Oh, currently, we are not employed. We are not employed. And those who ask for clearance to be integrated back into the teaching service to also could not have this opportunity.
So you have all gone on early retirement, so to speak?
Exactly.
With this final installment you are expecting, how much does government owe an individual MMDC?
Yes, individually, if we want to put our own calculation on that each and everyone may be entitled to some 90,000.
Considering the figure you mentioned, 90,000 per person, that means government is owing all of you over 9 million Ghana cedis.
Well, just as I said, that is our conjecture. It may go up, it may be low. The result of maybe decrease or increase depend on the formula they use. Because at times, tax discrepancies also cause decrease or increase. Our prayers are that our government should at least do well to clear this for us. Because rather, the way they pay us, if you look at the macroeconomic indicators in 2021, as against this time, you can see that the cost of everything is going up. But in event, it is not paid by this government. We are pleading with His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama to look at this for us because President Nana Akufo-Addo's government paid his appointees, that is the former MMDCs, under him, when we came to power in 2017.
Now, away from the Vice-Chancellor's Ghana, the Association of University Heads across the country is calling for urgent dialogue to address what it believes is a looming disruption to the tertiary education calendar due to delays in the release of the 2024 WASSCE result. They warn that the delays could also impact the quality of education and student finances. Let's hear from the Executive Secretary of Vice-Chancellor's Ghana, Dr. Senna Beglo Freku.
Most universities have planned for their first years to come in January, second, third week, and so on. If the results are not released on time, it means that the admission process itself will also delay. The admission process doesn't take a day or two to do. Granted that they will have the data and everything, and when the results are released, then they will try to assign students to the program and then have the admission process. Then the students will have to go to the bank, pay their fees coming. That also takes some processes. So by the time the results, now that the results, we are not even sure that the results will come in December because of the breakdown in their machines. And it means we are going into January. It means that first year students may not even be able to come in January because right now there is uncertainty regarding when the results will be released. So that means that the universities will have to keep pushing the academic calendars, forward and forward, and that holds implications for a lot of things.
What will be the implication, as you mentioned?
Everything you can imagine. It means they have to re-strategize, replan the academic calendar for their first year. It's a 13-week calendar per semester. If the students come in February and school is supposed to vacate in the next 3 months or so, they will not have the full complement of the teaching and learning process.
Now moving on, the Ghana Tourism Authority, GTA, is calling for stricter border security to prevent miscreants from exploiting the upcoming visa-free regime to create trouble in the country. Announced by the government on Wednesday, December 18, 2024, the policy will grant visa-free entry to African passport holders, positioning Ghana alongside Rwanda, Seychelles, the Gambia, and Benin as the only African countries offering the privilege. Now, while some international relations experts are already raising national security concerns, Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Akwesi Ajiman, believes that bolstering border security can mitigate such risk and ensure smooth implementation.
We just have to beef up our systems to ensure that security measures are in place to handle the increased inflow of visitors and also beef up activities around the borders. Just really see that as being a security threat per se because there are systems in place. I mean, even somebody has a visa coming in and it's a security threat. The same sort of data that is available to check for terrorist activity, to check for criminals wanting to come in is available. So it doesn't mean that once you get to the border, your passport will not be looked at or anything. You will be asked a few questions. Your passport will be looked at to ensure that you are an African and where you're coming from. So I believe that we just have to beef up our systems to ensure that security measures are in place to handle the increased inflow of visitors and also beef up activities around the borders to ensure that safety and security are maintained within the border towns and the rest. But I believe overall the positive benefits outweigh any of such considerations, but definitely we need to be aware of them and then also take precautionary measures against insecurity.
Meanwhile, Ghana Hoteliers Association has praised President Akufo-Addo's decision to introduce a visa-free regime for all African nationals, calling it a game changer for the hospitality industry. However, the association's president, Dr. Aka Nyameke, has urged hotels to strengthen their internal security measures to handle the anticipated surge in visitors effectively.
We are looking for numbers in terms of visitors and if they're visa-free. And one of the things that gets complained, especially the international visitors complain about, is the visa regime. Sometimes getting a visa into a country can be a challenge. So if it's free and we put in the right measures, we are confident that it will contribute to the figures in terms of occupancy and, of course, in terms of the revenue that we are looking for. Yes, it's very positive for us because obviously it will bring in more guests. What we will caution is the fact fact that we also have to be very careful with the security and also with the checking of the IDs of people who come to the hotel facilities. That's one area where we've lacked effectiveness, because sometimes some hotels admit guests without checking their ID and all that. But visa-free does not mean that they can also enter into our hotels without any form of identification. So once we strengthen that aspect, I'm sure that the visa-free requirement will be very positive for the industry. One of the things that guests complain, especially the international visitors complain about, is the visa regime. Sometimes getting a visa into the country can be a challenge. So if it's free and we put in the right measures, we are confident that it will contribute to the figures in terms of occupancy and, of course, in terms of the revenue that we are looking for.
Well, let's go on Zoom to speak to President of Hoteliers Association of Ghana, Dr. Aka Nyameke. Grateful for your time, sir. Doc, please share with us the potential impact of this policy on the hotel industry in general in Ghana.
Thank you very much, and good evening to your viewers and listeners. It's a numbers game when it comes to tourism, and we make the revenue from the number of visitors who come into the country, and of course with the domestic tourism as well. Now, one of the challenges that international visitors, even from some African countries, have complained about is about the visa and the challenges that they sometimes go through. And believe it or not, but some may decide not to even visit the country because of the challenges they face getting the visa. So with this policy, what it means is that it's going to make it easier to get into the country. And so long as we put in the right measures, as I mentioned earlier on, that is certainly going to be a positive impact on the industry.
Okay.
The aspect that we are concerned about can be addressed by the security agencies and, of course, by the Ghana Immigration Service. I'm sure you are aware that the immigration services occasionally visit hotels to check their occupancy with regards to foreigners. And so that must also be heightened. And then the issue about the accommodation units that are yet to be licensed or regulated by the Ghana Tourism Authority. There are a lot of hotels in this country who are not licensed by Ghana Tourism Authority, but they operate. And then it used to be the case of the Airbnb also not being regulated, but fortunately that has been done, which for me, I think it's timely. Yeah. Maybe the president was waiting for the regulation of the Airbnb before he agrees to the visa-free. So now that there is a visa-free and Airbnb will be regulated, that will also be a positive to that. So by and large, for me and for our stakeholders, this is positive in terms of the tour operators, in terms of the car rental association, the tour guides. We have been looking for numbers. We have been doing around 1.3, 1.1. Other countries like Kenya, South Africa, they are doing a lot into the millions. Okay, so this will be an opportunity for us to raise the numbers.
All right, Doc, thank you so much for your time. Also joining me on Zoom is CEO of Ghana Tourism Authority, Akwesi Ajiman. So you believe this policy will significantly transform Ghana's tourism sector. Can you explain why you share that view?
All right, thank you. I believe it's a very progressive policy and a progressive announcement. I mean, I want to thank the president for this Christmas present to the industry. If you look at the numbers coming in, we can do with more from the African countries. Currently, within the top 10 bracket, we have only Nigeria playing within that bracket. The rest are mostly from Europe and America. And so to get the numbers to come in, we needed to have this sort of intervention where people can just pick their passports and then jump onto a flight or drive through to come to Ghana. So we are excited that this is going to be a catalyst for improved arrivals into Ghana. And as Dr. Nyameke rightly said, it's a numbers game. We need the numbers. And once the numbers are coming in, it inures to the benefit of the industry as a whole. Hotels, car rentals, restaurants,
tourist sites, everybody within the value chain tends to benefit. And so that is why I see it as something that will help our sustainable tourism drive.
All right. We are grateful for your time, for speaking to us here on JoyNews Prime. Now, away from that, for 68-year-old Chocho, life has been an unyielding battle against poverty and hardship. Born into this destitution and enduring countless setbacks, even when hope seemed within reach, her journey has been marked by pain, resilience, and unwavering faith that one day things will finally change for the better.
It's almost midday. Sitting beside her wooden structure is 68-year-old Chocho. She's in deep thoughts as usual. Chocho isn't so well and couldn't go to work today. Life has dealt her its hardest blows, yet she endures, greeting each day with the determination of a seasoned warrior. Chocho recounts a moment when life felt unbearable and she had resolved to end it all.
Hey, Tommy. Je wataka ya jie kumenda nche eta kaka do kan sankate aka chaki. Kan ya chune ya mango ho ape emi. Me ameta ona me kamiawo. Ne me oje na ka gbomoje mi. Ni ba ko oni kanu. Ma papia ta homo edomi. Ni ma cycle. Wo be ko ye radio bibioko. Ni ngbele no ni numoko je prison eba. Ni mo eba yue adumo FM. Akashi ka onye jelemi sane oleboni oba nyiwa no kana amla lo sane shiko na sane no tenkafu alo tensanwa no ba na boni jelemi yo nakata me nkpoto chufa aka meshi aka manu aka jelemi ejiemi.
Chocho ponders about her journey as an only child. Her dreams were simple yet profound: to save diligently and grow her modest business into something remarkable. But life, as she reflects, had plans of its own.
Minchuni. Mbaye neke money boss ne. Nekente anke mba nakata me two city kwense ekobe. Naka one city echuluwe no yo. Wakente mba efe naka ye ni lebi. Nkashika tuo. Bona fe mi ta ma fe no ko yen hie. Waje no ne tweme aga ke la gbenye jala mi e o ya no akwo ni bi e nka naka mi ni yo hia woni moko e ba duro mi na ni mi na nche hia mi fiofio la sha ni bi be ma gbo mo na mo ma che ko na mo ji mo ni ma ngoma ya aka mi kaple ni nka chuni oko be kan temene we kan be noko kantemene we kan be noko obaya mokoma ngokrapo ba sha adue mi no fo ameni bi ai na ye wonu fio ka wo chance mi abo mi onu papa ne.
Okay. Bana tomorrow.
Since 2016, Chocho has been making a living selling sachet water. Each sale a drop in the bucket towards survival. Her journey hasn't been without its share of struggles.
She scorpion page no ni commission. She meshka mpe sabolai kango. Mpe sabolai me we jende ene nchene because miniska me be hospital. And I'm a bompa any GD big guso asana me enti anya me.
Her sole companion is her trusty radio, a lifeline to the outside world that fills her quiet moments with sound and solace. Beside it sits a small bag of painkillers, a reminder of her struggles. Life, with its inevitable highs and lows, tests us all. But for someone like Chocho, who lacks the cushion of stability or the comfort of a support system, the lows seem persistent, while the highs are as fleeting as whispers in the wind.
Follow. kakan po shito kakan ka sugar wo shito mi ya kan kakan yi kakan nunu hwe no kan jekpo e kan ka ebo ole shin le akashi one day you mo ba cho yana ka vi me ka one day e to mi na kan o magboda la kan nyumo ni bon we ka shipon fe ha me ni fe mi ai o mi we ba fe ha mi.
Chocho's pain runs deep, a complex blend of physical struggles, financial hardships, and emotional wounds carved by isolation and the shadows of dreams left unfulfilled. Adubia Asari's report, read to you.
Well, I believe you would want to support Chocho there. The contact numbers are there on the screen that you can reach Chocho. You're still watching JoyNews Prime with me, Carlos Caloni. We'll take a short break. We'll return with more. Please stay. Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Now, the Joy FM Family Party in the Park is just winding up at the Ebri Botanical Garden. By noon, the garden was bustling with activities as families, vendors, and music enthusiasts came together for what is shaping up to be the party of the year. Here are highlights of this year's Joy FM Family Party in the Park.
We're live here at the Ebri Botanical Gardens. It's an amazing scene. Listen, I've never seen a crowd this big, especially for the Joy FM Family Party in the park. It's a whole fiesta. Families have thronged this place, like you can see behind. Lots of people. Right now, we're actually on stage. There's the musical dancing chairs going on. These kids are having a good time, and I'm sure their parents are also having a good time as well. Man, how you doing? We're live on Joy News. Are you having a good time?
Yeah, I am.
I see a big smile on your face. How's it going today?
I'm really having fun. I'm happy I came.
Nice. Did you come with the family?
Yes, I did. But I came with my colleagues. We are a team of 5. So five families, we came together. Yeah. We've had fun.
Oh, 5 families?
5 families.
Wow. Yeah. Daddy, you had to carry your princess, huh?
Yes, I had to carry her to watch at the stage.
Oh, that's so nice. But how are you feeling today?
Oh, it's great. It's awesome, man. I went to Papa. We had fun. We had food. And we are still enjoying the music.
Nice. Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm fine.
And what's your name?
My name is Dede.
And are you having a good time?
Yes.
What did you enjoy today?
The food, the trampoline.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming, lady in pink.
And the music.
And the music. Hello, girls. How are you? How are you? Are you having a good time?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so you came, girls, so you came with the whole family?
The whole family.
Okay, so what are you?
Well, it was an interesting event earlier today, but we'll take a short break. We'll return with business. Please stay.
Welcome back. It's now time for business. My name is Winston Taki. Inflation is expected to end 2025 within the range of 10 to 12%. That's according to Data Bank research. This will potentially prompt the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to adopt a cautious approach to policy easing. There is more in this report. Professional services firm Deloitte had already predicted an average inflation of 11.9% for 2025. Data Bank Research said it expects Ghana's monetary landscape to stabilize. This will potentially prompt the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to adopt a cautious approach to policy easing. With improving economic indicators and international support, it also expects inflation to decline steadily towards the World Bank's projection of 11.5%. It believes that improving business confidence and moderating broad money amid contractionary monetary policies will help stabilize prices as demand and supply balance. As the global shift towards green energy progresses, Data Bank Research also expects decreases in demand, particularly from China, to drive down international oil prices, further suppressing costs for domestic essentials and potentially sustaining a stable monetary environment. The government's effort to revive the cocoa subsector will likely support modest growth in the agricultural sector. According to Data Bank Research, it foresees steady improvement in the cocoa subsector's performance in 2025, although it will remain below historical averages. There is more in this report.
This enhancement is expected to support growth in the agricultural sector in the near term as the government enhances efforts to incentivize cocoa farmers through stimulus packages such as free tertiary education for their children and increases in the farm gate price of cocoa. It believes these initiatives will help reduce cocoa smuggling in the face of competitive prices from Côte d'Ivoire and Togo. Nevertheless, despite the government's commitment to addressing climate-related challenges, particularly the dry spells in the north, constrained financing and shifting power dynamics, a delay crucial intervention. This will result in sluggish growth in the agricultural sector, averaging around 3.1% for 2025.
That's all for business. My name is Winston Taki. Up next is sports.
Well, in sports, Bayer Leverkusen star Jeremy Frimpong has donated items to kids at the Osu Children's Home here in Accra as part of his one-week visit to the country. There's more in the following report.
The Dutch-born Ghanaian donated items valued at over 30,000 Ghana cedis, including Bayer Leverkusen jerseys, for the home school team. Speaking to the media, the wing-back described the gesture as a fulfillment of a long-held dream.
You know, for me, I always wanted to do this, but I think I had to be in the right position to provide, you know. Of course, I play football for my family as well, but now I can help everybody, you understand? And this is what I want to do, especially in Africa, you know. This is where I'm from. My blood is Ghanaian blood, you know. So if I can put a smile on these kids' face, I'm going to do that, you understand? Because this is what it's all about, you know, to make people happy, you know. We play football to make people happy. And we enjoy it, of course, but to make people happy and to give these kids opportunities so they can change their families' lives. You understand? So this is why we do it. It's helped me a lot, man. Even like just the first day coming here, directly, I didn't feel like out of place, like, oh, where am I? Because, of course, this is not my natural environment. But I felt directly like I've been here for 10 years because of the way people treated me, the way it felt so normal, you know. So it's helped me a lot. This is really like the best feeling. It's even like it's more of a best feeling than scoring a goal, you know, because making these little kids happy or letting them see you, you know, like they forget about their situation. You understand? They just focus on joy. You understand? And for me, I can bring this to the kids. This is the best feeling ever.
Frimpong also commended the children's home for their good work.
100%. I think that's one of the main reasons I come to Ghana, you know. Of course, I can enjoy Ghana too, but this was the main reason I come as well. Okay. This is amazing, you know. For me, anywhere in the world where there's a football team is amazing, that people can bring the kids together and train them and make them to be something big, you know. This is really good, and the kids are lucky to have people like this, you know. So big credit to the people who are taking care of the children, 100%.
Frimpong's visit coincides with the Bundesliga's festive season break. The 23-year-old, who has carried his impressive form into the current season, will return to Germany this weekend to resume club duties.
Kudos to Jeremy there for touching the lives of these young ones. We'll take a short break. We'll return with Showbiz. Well, it's time for Showbiz, and Becky Bex is already in the spirit.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. It's Boxing Day. It's a holiday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I told you, and yesterday was Christmas, and I told you all about the events that had or will happen on Christmas Day. One of them is Rapaholic, and one is Christmas with Joe Metal. For those of you who didn't have time to attend Christmas with Joe Metal, we have all the details for you here on JoyNews Prime.
It was a night of worship, praise, and festive cheer as gospel music sensation Joe Metal hosted Christmas with Joe Metal at the Palms Convention Center in Accra. The sold-out event saw electrifying performances from an array of talented artists, including Judy K, Hilay, Pastor Edwin Datson, and the man himself, Joe Metal. The crowd was wowed by the spectacular performances, and the verdict from patrons, a resounding thumbs up with a promise to return next year.
This is my first Christmas with Joe Metal, and I must say I will be back next year. It was amazing, it was powerful, so yeah.
It was very, very interesting. It was amazing. This is actually my first time attending Christmas with Joe Metal. I'm glad I came. All my expectations were met. It was fun, it was engaging, it was exciting. It was spirit-filled, so yeah, it was amazing. I can't wait to come back next year, 25th December 2025. We'll be here.
Yeah, that's my first time. Yeah, my expectations were met. It's my first time being at Joe Metal's show, and I really enjoyed it, especially his performances. Yeah, I think I was really impressed, and I'll come again.
It was truly life-changing. I actually did not have any expectation, but actually coming here and seeing Joe Metal face to face, even though we're a bit far apart, it was truly eye-opening. I have no words for it. It was amazing. I'm just short of words because this was so cool, and I wish you guys could have seen it.
Okay, so personally, I watch his videos a lot, when he goes for concerts and stuff, and it literally felt like the YouTube videos, and even better, cause it was just really inspiring. I had so much fun. He sang. It was so perfect. Very beautiful, and I would never miss this ever again.
I came here very tired, very exhausted. I was just like, oh, let me just get it over with because I bought the tickets and everything. When I came, I was truly excited. The whole thing was just amazing. It was very powerful. I believe it touched my soul, and I'm very glad I got to experience this before.
Joe Metal and friends truly brought the house down. If you missed it, mark your calendars for next year's edition. It's an event you won't want to miss. Reporting for JoyNews, Nicholas Eko Yamwa.
Now let's move away from Joe Metal. Let me take you all the way to the Grand Arena where the Rapaholic 2024 headline by Sarkodie happened. We have all the highlights for you here.
That you are a frequent collaborator of Sarkodie. We know you for that. Performing on the stage this evening, how's the feeling like?
It's 2024 and it's exciting as always. And Sarkodie and I have enough songs to last us a couple decades. So it's always fun to
figure out which one we're going to pick. So I'm grateful that we were able to do what we came to do, and we had fun as always. And I just hope, the show goes on to become a success as it already is.
Everybody knows he's one of my mentors. He found me from early and gave me his platform, gave me an opportunity. So for that, I'm forever indebted to him. And even aside from that, he's someone I'm a big fan of as an artist who looked up to him growing up and having to make music with him now and share the same stage. So whenever he calls, ready.
And for me, this is the essence of making music, With music, what we're trying to do with music is we're trying to build bridges and bond borders, collaborations and, just bridging the gap. So it's very right I support him as a brother, and that's why we're here to show love and support.
I think it's truly inspiring. I lived in Community 9, I grew up in Community 9, and I saw Sarkodie's journey and how far he's come. I saw it growing up, and yes, I would say how he's been able to take it so far and still going at it is truly inspirational, and yeah, he's somebody we look to as, this guy, he really did do this thing, and we're proud of him. As first, a Temanian, I'm very proud of Sarkodie, and I'm happy to be here to come support.
So another event that you should look forward to this evening is for Kwesiata. Everything is set for the Unplugged with Kwesiata this evening, and so he's been telling us all about it. What to expect, Kwesiata, everybody.
We're doing the show 26th at Jamestown Coffee. It's an unplugged show, it's an exclusive unplugged show. It's an exclusive show, for the lovers of Kwesiata's music from the start, It's unplugged, this live music. Yes, I'm inviting you right now, so come through. I think it's unplugged because I want to reconnect with the people who love my music, and I want to reconnect with them in a purely organic form, with live music, great vibes, so they feel my energy, they feel the energy of the music in the moment, and yeah, it's all about Kwesiata. I'm doing my whole catalog up to today, from the beginning to now. So yes, I'm very excited.
Away from Kwesiata, food vendors, livestock sellers and eatery operators are struggling during what should be a festive Christmas season, while some customers find it hard to afford their preferred items. Vendors are resorting to price cuts to meet customer expectations and stay afloat. Here is a report filed by Mama Visefako and Ns Okanta, read to you.
Season of joy, and for many, the highlight of the feast is the protein on their plates. While chicken remains a popular choice, some prefer mutton as their delicacy. At the Avena Livestock Market, crowds gathered, but only a few admitted they could afford the steep prices. Some goat sellers have been forced to make the tough decision to lower prices to meet patrons' expectations.
Every celebration like Christmas like this, we used to have a lot of profit, make a little bit money. But this period is just try and then be safe, protect yourself as first, because we are not getting anything. You understand? I decided to tell you something this animal, this goat, 1, 2, 3. I bought them. See this one? 1, 2, 3. 2,100, 2,100. There were 4 in number. I just sold one right now, 1,009. I'm losing 2 million out of it. You understand? So imagine how many of them are you going to cover up to even get the losses, not to talk of profit.
As a butcher, he's usually busy at this time of the year. However, he says business is slow.
The business is going, the way you see they are working. They are just killing animals, dressing them for people to go and enjoy the Xmas.
So people buy from outside, they come to dress here, or
people buy outside and come. Okay. Some people also buy here. So that they slaughter it and dress it for them.
How has it been?
Normally, the way you see it.
So is it a normal day or because?
You people should go and buy the goods.
Yeah, the
you
goat
can't.
food, so,
you can't do that.
yeah.
Goats is good. Go and buy the
soup
goats.
and
Yeah.
some fufu around this time.
You can't do
Well, that's all we have time for here. You can log on to myjoyonline.com for more stories. As always, my name is Carlos Caloni.
My name is Becky. Have a good Boxing Day. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.